From the National Service of the Liberia Broadcasting System, good afternoon. This is ELBC Newsline. 30 minutes of the most compelling news from across Liberia and other parts of our one world. It's Friday, the 20th day of October 2023. My name is Zokwe Beslekonen, your presenter. In the headlines, flood kills one person and dozen others displaced in Divine Community in Painesville. NEC local magistrate office begins hearing into complaints filed by two representative candidates in Lower Montserrat County. Court sentences 20-year-old man to life imprisonment for raping 4-month-old baby in Grand Bassa County. Away from home, Zambia's government evacuates 77 nationals from Israel amid ongoing conflict between that country and Palestinian Hamas militants. These stories, plus many more developments, are all packaged into this edition of the program ELBC Newsline. We now go over to Emmanuel Colley for the Bulletin of News.
One person has reportedly died and dozen others displaced in Divine Community in Painesville following heavy flooding. The community elder council chair, Pastor Jefferson DG, said the situation has subjected the flood victims to safety concerns. Pastor DG has said as a result of the heavy downpour, women and children are finding it extremely difficult to access food, shelter, and clothing.
Last night about 11 p.m., the rain started before 3 o'clock this morning. The winter coming over Friday. What was happening right to our knee in our bureau rooms. Getting out this morning, we heard a crying around my neighbor there. One of the old lady who's near me there, she's left in the water because of the same flood.
Meanwhile, the Divine Community flood victims are appealing to the National Disaster Management Agency and humanitarian organizations for urgent intervention. Divine Community is said to be vulnerable to flooding due to poor drainage system and the blocking of waterways. Women's Situation Room, the WSR, is urging political actors to support and their supporters to use the legal process to seek redress to issues arising from the just ended elections. WSR initiator Yvette Jason-Wure said using violence to express dissatisfaction in the election results is counterproductive to Liberia's peace and stability.
We went to the polls in peace. We certainly can obtain the results from NEC in peace and start the legal process if you do not like the results. Stop the violence. Elections is an event. We have to live with each other after elections. Use the law as your voice.
Madam Jason-Wure said safeguarding the country's peace is the responsibility of all Liberians, especially political actors and duty bearers. Meanwhile, Madam Jason-Wure has frowned at those using social and traditional media to incite citizens to violence. The Magistrate Office of the National Elections Commission in District 1 Montserrat County has begun hearings into complaints filed by two representative candidates in the district. Our correspondent calls complainants Maurice Gabe and Momo Dana as alleging that 4 polling precincts in District 1 were marked by irregularities. The election magistrate of District 1 Montserrat, Jean Scudder, has requested the two complainants to provide all necessary documents to support their claims. The hearing is expected to end Friday. The Second Judicial Circuit Court in Grand Bassa County has sentenced a 20-year-old man to life imprisonment for raping a 4-month-old baby. Convict Papa Mewo is said to have committed the act when the baby was left with him by his mother. Our correspondent said the guilty verdict was brought down against the convict Mewo by the resident judge of the Second Judicial Circuit Court, Joe Bacon. Meanwhile, the 4-month-old baby is said to be seeking medical treatment in the county. The lone female candidate in the just ended Montserrat County elections has applauded her supporters for their resilience during the electoral process. In a statement issued Thursday, Victoria Kokwe said the level of support from her campaign team was overwhelming. She also lauded citizens of Montserrat County for their support towards the democratic maturity of Liberia. At the same time, Madam Kokwe has congratulated Montserrat County Senator-elect Sir Joseph on his re-election. She promised to work along with others to improve the county. A representative elect of District 7 Nima County, Musa Belity, has completed the construction of a $1 million bridge in the area. A correspondent said the bridge was initiated by residents but could not complete it due to financial constraints. According to our correspondent, the newly constructed bridge will boost economic activities in the district and other parts of Nima. Meanwhile, residents in the area thanked Mr. Ability for the gesture. River G County Senator-elect Francis Dobo has vowed to increase advocacy to bring the much-needed development to the county. Representative Dobo said such advocacy will lead to improvement in road connectivity, land ownership, education, and healthcare. He added that his office will collaborate with others to ensure the status of the county is elevated. Meanwhile, the River G County lawmaker is rallying citizens of the county to unite and live in one accord to fast-track the much-needed development to the county. He spoke Thursday during an engagement with reporters on Capitol Hill. And the Senate has begun deliberations on the revised public health law of Liberia. Members of that august body are considering an amendment to the Act to reduce the duration of the pregnancy from 24 weeks to 18 weeks before passage into law. The Act seeks to make abortion legal and that such medical work must be done by professional health experts. Senator Simon Taylor and others want portion of the Act which provides room for abortion repealed, while others believed it is reasonable.
Emmanuel Colley there with the news bulletin. He will be here again with the weather update and international development. One of the big stories we are following on today's presentation. Court sentences 20-year-old man to life imprisonment for raping 4-month-old baby in Grand Bassa County. Heavy flooding has left one person dead and more than 50 others displaced in the Vine Community ELWA Painesville. Such disaster has led to dire need of urgent humanitarian assistance. Pastors Jefferson DJ and Boyman Johnson have launched an appeal for intervention. They spoke in an interview with our reporter Emmanuel Colley at LBS compound in Painesville Friday.
Last night about 11 p.m., the rain started